Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Ghantoot here in Abu Dhabi for our second match, the 4:15 game here between Abu Dhabi in the purple shirts playing against Ankora in the all-white. Umpire just getting them all organised there in the centre. Gives us a chance to have a look at the runners and riders. Ankora at number 1, Sultan Bin Zayed off -1. Garos is in the number 2 shirt. Khalid Al Omran is at 3, and Santos Iriarty is at the back, team totalling 6. Abu Dhabi, Murat Ozo is at 1. Faris Al Yabuni is at 2. Martin Ordinas is at number 3 off a 3-goal handicap. And at the back is Stanislao Abilenda. Our umpires are ready. The ball's in, and there's a clash of sticks and possessions up for grabs, but coming through here with a bit of class and some speed, good reaction is Garos. Nudged out of the way there. Al Omran comes down, stick raised. It looks like there was plenty of distance there for Stanislao to come across and steal that one away. The attack has broken down for Ankora. Back here and going near side is Al Omran. Santos Iriarty was there. And an immediate whistle. And another one. Faris Al Yabuni well positioned. Let's have another look at it. There's the little backhander. Something was said that the umpires didn't like. And Jason Dixon there, in shot. Out there with Matthias Baviani. And they brandished a yellow to Santos Iriarty. So a yellow card immediately here. And the penalty, as a result, has been moved forward. So a double blow for Ankora. And it will be a triple blow if Stanislao Abilenda can convert this one for Abu Dhabi. It's a penalty too. It's an open goal shot. And the flag is raised. The goal is good. And it is the home team of Abu Dhabi who get the scoreboard ticking first. It's a 0-0. Ball's back in play. Salman. Called off it there by Ricardo Garos. 80, both sides of the pony, leaves it behind. Ordinas around the corner. Reaching out there was Garos, and he's got man and ball. And he's done well. He's gone past the challenge of Stanislao. Oh, look at that, the stickhead absolutely flying down the field. Stickhead's gone about 60 yards and the ball went about 20. And he's now in a position where he's established on the line, but he's got no stick. And in fact, he's been crunched out of the way here by Stanislao Abilenda. Abilenda with a big shot. Salman finds himself in the right place at the right time and may decide to sweep this one forward and across the field under his pony's neck. He's done just that. Good defence here from the number 1 for Ankora. Sultan Bin Zayed still going. He's had another chop at it, but he's over the top of that one. And, well, they're turning. It's Ordinas. And he's up over the 30-yard line. He's running down towards goal. Reaching out here for the hook is Santos Iriarty. Coming back in defence, and the attack has broken down. Under the next shot there, coming in from Santos. Garos is there, the number 2. Finds a little bit of space on the far side of the field here. Ricardo Garos, and then fizzes and under the next shot pass down towards Khalid Al Omran. Khalid waiting for the ball to catch up with him. Finds a really good shot from behind the pony, but equal to that was Faris Al Yabuni. But as Ankora kept the attack going, there was a stick raised and a whistle has gone. Great skills from both Faris and Khalid Al Omran. And there's the foul there. It was Ordinas that came across. And Ordinas came out in front of Ricardo Garros, who was coming through at pace. It's going to be a penalty too. And a chance here for Ankora to level up in the first. Garros coming in at walk. One practice swing, sets himself, and he's got the job done inside that left-hand post. And Ankora tying the game here, 1-1. Nice angle on the replay there. Looking straight down the barrel at the goal. So the ball is back in play. Salman done really well there. And he's found Khaled Al-Omran, and Al-Omran has found a nice one downfield. He's out to the right-hand side, just steadies the pony, looking for the tail shot. Centres it. Oh, and straight back to Salman. Salman sweeping that one across. And he got good contact on the ball, but he just got his angles wrong, and it's wide to the left. So a knock in here to Stanislao. Abilenda goes long. He's got plenty on that, hasn't he? He's really launched that way up over the halfway line. Salman coming back here. Bin Zayed on the near side of his pony. Faris, surprised he didn't put the hammer down and just go to the ball there, Faris. He just seemed to wait. Maybe he was waiting for the miss. But Salman Bin Zayed coming up with a good intervention. Here is Santos Iriarte. Under pressure here from Martin Ordinas. Santos, kicked by the pony. And so I don't think Santos realised that the pony had kicked it. Whistle's gone. Let's have another look here. Santos in control. Ordinas comes in. And then the pony kicks the ball there. Iriarte not aware of what's gone on. And umpire's whistle.
And then you count to 20 and then throw in, right?
Well, we've got a very strange situation here in that the umpires have called play. There are no half-chucker changes here. And the whites are off the field. And not only are they off the field, but they're all offside. So they can't make a play. Garros comes back on. Santos Iriarte was there, but there's nothing he could have done because they're all offside. And, well, that's what happens when four players change their ponies at the same time. And a gift of a goal for Abu Dhabi. It's 2-1. So back to the centre. Umpire just waiting for a little bit of order there. And Salman Bin Zayed comes through. Whoa. Don't think he saw that Aiti Garros was coming in behind him and almost clobbered his own teammate. Anyway, play continues here. Ordinas looking for the approach shot, and that looks good to me. It's right in front of goal. Reaching out here is Martin Ordinas. And Ordinas flicks it across the line at pace. Lovely breakaway goal there for Abu Dhabi. And they go 3-1. It was young Santos Iriarte back in defence, but he couldn't get anywhere near Martin Ordinas, who was flying through on that rangy pony. And a good goal on the run there for Abu Dhabi. Pops out the back of the throw, and here's Garros. Done well. Pony came round the corner so quickly for him. Really busy little pony, isn't it, this bay? Great laterals. And he's able to drift the ball from left to right very, very quickly. Santos has it. Iriarty working this one forward. Goes for the under the neck shot. This is going to be close. Oh, he's missed that left-hand post. You can see what he was trying to do. He's trying to go behind the traffic, which was the clearest path to goal. But in the end, he's just off target. Score remains 3-1 here to the home team of Abu Dhabi. And it's going to be Stanislao with a knock in here. Takes a tap and then cuts it out towards Martino Dinas. But he's shown a little bit too much of that to a well-positioned Garros. Garros back in defence here for Ankora. Great turn from the pony once again. It's really lively, this little mare. She's absolutely carving it up here. Garros looks confident on her, doesn't he? He's going to take them all on. And he's still going. Up over the 60. Garros working this into a dangerous area. Can he get the ride off in? No, he's left it behind. He needs a bit of backup, and the backup comes in the form of Khaled Al-Omran, who puts it back towards him. It's Garros near side, leaves it behind. Santos is there. Faris is there for a piece of the action, and Faris, who's protesting his innocence there with his stick raised, may well have just been caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Let's see what the umpires decide. It's Garros there, and then Santos. And Santos was looking to try and shape up to hit a tail shot towards goal. And in the end may well have been obstructed. Let's see what the umpires decide when we come back. But it is the end of the first chukker here, and a really good start for the home team, Abu Dhabi. They find themselves 3-1 over Ankora. So here we are, start of the second. There's Ankora coming out. Good start there by Sultan Bin Zayed, who's playing at the number 1 shirt. Ankora trailing here by 2. They did gift one of the goals to Abu Dhabi because they all changed at the same time. Not an awful lot of thought process in that, but they're coming out together here. And they may well have a penalty. Let's see what the umpires have decided from that last passage of play. Matthias and Jason just having a chat as they go through the shot there. And indeed, it is going to be a penalty too, in favour of Ankora. Very windy, very gloomy. We've had some unsettled weather here in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Very strange weather for this time of year. I know it's officially winter, but we certainly don't get it normally this cold. And we've had a bit of rain around as well the last couple of days. Anyway, here comes Garros. Walks in, strokes it through. And he's cut the gap. The difference is just 1. It's 3-2. Ball's in, popped out the back. Avilenda. Whistle's gone. And the umpire's just having a chat. They're marching down towards the Ankora goal. So it's gone in favour of Abu Dhabi.
I will give them 60.
Going to be a penalty for 60-yard hit. After some consultation with our third man here, Santiago Torreguitar, who has stepped off Mr. Polo and has stepped into the third man's chair. So Ordinas and Avilena just having a chat. Not sure what they're chatting about. What's he saying to him? Score a goal? There's only one thing on your mind. Circling around now, looking for this conversion from 60 yards. He's got the height. Sounds very clean. Is it right? No, it's not. It's straight through the middle. Really good penalty. Bang out of the middle of the stick. He's absolutely tonked it straight over the top. And he has restored a 2-goal cushion here. Abu Dhabi 4. Ankora 2. Faris is there. Under pressure from Iriarty and Garros, and it's Iriarty who comes out with the ball. Oh, he's just had his pocket picked there by Stanislao. Backhander comes in there from Iriarty. Avilenda was appealing for the foul. Nicely worked forward here by Murat. Santos picking up the play, and coming through now is Iriarty. In fact, that was Garros up towards Salman. Backhander comes in from Ordinas. Nice little turn. Big ride-off coming in. Look at that, crunching ride-off from Stanislao Avilenda. And he's still pushing in hard. But the Whites have got it. Frantic ride-off there. Garros. Canes that one downfield. Salman goes for the tail shot. Didn't get much on that. Ordinas. Hit it is the call. Not an easy one to hit, but he's done well. He's found a good cut shot downfield. Faris, yet again, waiting for Sultan Bin Zayed to miss the ball, but he didn't. He came up with a very important little backhander, and he's allowed his team to keep on marching down the field here. It's Iriarty. He might just take the hook here and leave it for Garros, and he does just that. Ricardo Garros in the pocket behind. Can he work this one through the traffic? He puts the brakes on. Another little tidy pony here underneath Aiti Garros. And, well, he just took too long. I heard Jason Dixon use it. And he dragged the ball slowly under his pony's neck again. He's protesting his innocence, but, well, just too slow. Here, they've called him to use it already, and then he does that. 2 little touches. He's either got to run it, or he's got to hit it. It's like Garros has dropped something. Is that his whip over there on this? Must be. So it's just a little break in play here. The umpires have given him a bit of time to go and retrieve his whip that he dropped there. He's back and ready for action. It's going to be a spot hit to Abu Dhabi. They're about 30 yards out from their own goal. And it's Stanislao. Goes out towards Faris. Faris coming through. A possible advantage, but in the end, Faris did pick the ball up. Sultan Bin Zayed was there, but he was weaving a bit. Comes in initially there to go near side and just lost control of the pony, went over the top of the ball. So a whistle and a penalty here to Abu Dhabi, and a chance for them to go into a 3-goal lead here. Abilenda. 40-yard hit. He's hit it hard, and he's hit it straight over the top of Santos and Aiti Garros, who are rushing out to try and stop it. And Abu Dhabi put number 5 on the scoreboard here. It's 5-2. Nicely done from Khalid from the front of the throw and got a little ricochet on it. He's still going. Al Omran. Murat comes back in defence, but Al Omran has the pony and pushes past him. He's got some backup. Oh, and the backup is absolutely brilliant from Sultan Bin Zayed, the -1, who yet again having a good showing here. Right place, right time, good composure. And he was right behind his number 3. There's the goal shot. And he's taken the ball away from Martin Ordinas. Great work from Sultan Bin Zayed. He's there again, front of the throw-in. Here comes Stanislaw on this rangy chestnut. Oh, nice little show and go, but Al Omran's collected him on the corner. And Stanislaw, who has pushed miles off the line of the ball, tried to get back, and it wasn't very convincing. Play will continue, and rightly so. Here's Faris. Tail backhander. Abilenda there hooking away, desperately trying to get possession and put Ankora under some pressure, but it's Garros who escapes with the ball. He's got some time, he's got some protection there from Khalil Al Omran, who's doing a good job there on Stanislaw. Lofted high and out towards Santos. Iriarty putting the brakes on and then pinging it downfield. Faris is, well, weaving around. In fact, that was Murat. Apologies. It was Murat. Let's have a look. Faris absolutely fine there, of course. Murat, the number 1. It was, of course. Apologies, Faris. And, well, didn't look like he had full control of the pony. He was weaving in and out. And the umpires didn't like it. Garros again. It's a 2. It's his 3rd penalty too, and he's walked into all 3 of them and converted them all. And he's got the scoreboard ticking again here for Ankora. They're within touching distance. It's 5-4 in favour of Abu Dhabi.
On the red hat, yeah.
Santos. done well. Iriarte escaping with the ball here on the grey. Well, that was a bizarre swing there from... like someone who wrapped their stick around their opponent. Let's have another look at this. Well, the umpires won't like that.
It's from the center, right?
So we've got a 5B in favour of Abu Dhabi. They've just been pegged back here. They'd opened up a nice advantage. And they could do with scoring next as far as they're concerned. Trying to restore a little bit of daylight between themselves and their opponents. It's going to be Avilenda. Oh, he's mishit that. Ordinas is trying to come in there, and Ordinas has come across on the near side and fouled because Garros had turned sharply and was coming straight down the line. And it's just a question of where. They're just having a chat here, the umpires, because there was another white player involved. There was another white player involved. Let's have another look. There's the one that was bobbled down. Well, the foul's gone against Garros for a 2-on-1. Because Ordinas had a player on his left-hand side. And that's fair enough. Umpire's just explaining what they've blown. Garros retreats, and there's an opportunity here from 30 yards. Stroked through, and stroked through nicely. In fact, he smashed it through. And he has restored a 2-goal advantage here with just 22 seconds remaining on the clock until the first bell here in the second. Faris. Little flick round the corner there from Ricardo Garros. Santos has it. There's the 30-second hooter. And the Whites need a goal. Garros on this lovely-looking tostada. He's gone. Cuts it downfield. Salman is down there. And Al Omran's goal shot is working its way towards the back line, and it has indeed crossed the back line and gone out of play. The whistle's gone. The chukker is over. And at the end of the first half here, it is the local team of Abu Dhabi who have an advantage over Ankora, 6-4. Welcome back, Polo Liners. Welcome back to the second half of this fascinating contest. Currently 6-4 to the local team in a must-win game for both of these two. Abu Dhabi, having won their first match in a fifth chukker, golden goal overtime situation over Ghantoot, 9-8 on match day 1. Ankora beat Anningsley 10-8 on the same day. So they both had a win and both looking very competitive. And a win here would put the victors in a very good position indeed. Weather is turning on us again. There's some wind and some rain coming across. So hopefully we can get this match done and dusted and all get out of the weather. Bizarre weather here in Dubai and Abu Dhabi at the moment. Supposed to be clearing up tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Tomorrow we've got a couple of games, a 2:45 and a 4:15. We're back here at Ghantoot for more action. Bansali take on Bin Zayed in the early game at 2:45 local time. And then that is backed up at 4:15 by Sarisa, who will be taking on Lamar. So we've just got a slight delay because there's a change of umpire pony here for Jason Dixon. He's just swapping his kit across, getting off that lovely dark bay that he was on, coming out on a nice chestnut. There's the chukker by chukker for all to see on the screen. 3-1 and 6-4. Abu Dhabi with the lead. We're back underway, and it's gone out to the right-hand side here to Martin Ordinas. Punches it up over the halfway line. Garros gets the ride-off in. He's been out-muscled there at the final moment, and that's a good little play back towards Ordinas, and Ordinas is going down towards goal. Oh, and that one's going to hurt Ankora because they look like they were in a good position in defence, and Garros looked like he'd won the ride-off. But it was Murat who came up with a really good pass. And Murat putting that one on a plate for Ordinas, who came through at pace. And he puts number 7 up on the scoreboard for Abu Dhabi. And they are into a 3-goal advantage here, early doors in the third. Pops out. And Garros has got his skates on, and he's absolutely flying down the field. He's gone to the persuader. Big ride-off coming in here from Ordinas. They bounce apart. Garros with a flick. This is absolute class from Ricardo Garros on the march from the throw-in. A beautiful running goal from Haiti Garros, and just what Ankora needed. A quick reply. 7-5. Well, there's the bounce. Big ride-off coming in. The space opened up, which is fair enough, but he's then got to get his composure, get himself set, and he came up with an absolute peach of a flick towards goal. Great skills. He could do with a couple more, though. He's still trailing by 2. just waiting for some order in the throw-in. Jason Dixon laying down the law. He's giving someone an absolute rollicking. Ball's in play. Faris has it. He finds Ordinas. And it's Ordinas coming together with Garros once again. And this time Ordinas has got the measure of the treasure. He's gone through beyond Haiti Garros. But it's Santos Iriarte who comes around the corner. Gets there just ahead of Faris. And Faris came in and couldn't resist having a nibble without getting a good ride-off in. And it looks like this one's going down towards the 5B. There's Iriarte coming around the corner, reaching out. And Faris had a ride-off or a near side. So it's going to be a 5B. Garros. A low pass out towards Al-Omran. Big ride-off coming in from Khalid. Massive ride-off on Stanislaw Avilenda, but Avilenda's done well. And he's still got the ball. He's been told to get on with it. And he has. Puts that pony through its paces. Backed up by Ordinas. Nicely worked on the near side, but Garros was well positioned in defence. And it looks like it's going to be a penalty 5 here in favour of Ankora. Spot hit. We've got 4 minutes and 15 seconds until the first bell. So next goal, really important. Jason Dixon just having a chat there with Stanislaw. Ooh, and a little rear on his pony. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, that's what it was about. That's why he was having a chat. He's not comfortable with the umpire pony. Reared up on him. And rightly so, he's going to change it. He had a really nice one in the first half. Can we not have that dark bay back for Jason Dixon? The bay gelding really comfy. Anyway, we're going to have a short delay in proceedings here, ladies and gentlemen, as Jason Dixon wanders off the field looking for another pony. Let's just run through some of our scores. Match day 1, Ankora beat Anningsley 10-8. And Abu Dhabi, the really good victory over Ghantoot in a nail-biter and a 5th chukker golden goal, scored by Stanislaw Abilenda. And Ghantoot, who came up just a bit short. 8 goals for Ghantoot in that match, and 8 of them scored from the penalty spot by Juju Colombo. It's extraordinary. He got 8, missed 1, and lost by a goal. Match day 2, Bansali 9, Lamar 6. Sarisa beat Bin Dry 9-4.5. Those were yesterday's games. And we've already seen Ghantoot beat Anningsley here on match day 3 in our earlier match. And we are currently 7-5 in favour of Abu Dhabi. Dixon's remounted. And we're good to go. Ball's back in play here by Ricardo Garros. Waiting for him is Martin Ordinas. Flicked out towards Santos, who's got a little bit of space here. Iriarty takes a couple of little taps, sets the play, goes past the challenge and then finds a little next shot infield. But Faris is well positioned and Faris is going to cut that one across the field. Good play here by Faris, got plenty on that. Gets the ball away from the danger zone. Santos, his backhander didn't go very far. And Martin Ordinas is flying through the traffic. The ball's been plugged and has gone into the field. And the umpire will blow the whistle. Which pony trod on the ball here? Let's have a look. Oh, it was Al Omran's horse coming through and just punching that one into the ground. The ground's a bit soft. We had plenty of rain here yesterday. And that ball just disappearing. So it's going to be a roll in from the centre of the field. And this third chukker just a bit stop-start at the moment. A couple of delays. Ball's in. Garros gets the hook and cuts back behind the pony of Stanislaw, and he's found a really good pass to Al Omran. Oh, Khalid's left that one behind. Faris doesn't deal with it. Murat's there. And coming through was Santos, and there was a little bit of indecision there from Ordinas, who thought he had the line. And Santos Iriarty flew down the left-hand side. Let's have another look at it. There's Murat, comes out of it. Santos looks like he's well positioned and good to come in there and steal the ball, and he's got the ball over the line. And just what Ankora needed here. With less than 3 minutes remaining until the first hooter in the third. They trail by just one. It's 7-6. Martin Ordinas. Murat's there. He's hooked out of it. Here comes Garros. Haiti. Loud blast from the umpire. And they're heading down towards the Abu Dhabi goal. There's going to be a penalty in favour of Ankora and a chance for Garros to tie the match here from 40 yards. Well, he's had 3 30s, which he walked into. Looks like he's going to canter into this one. This one is a penalty 3, 40-yard hit. And it's wind assisted. It's very windy here now. Oh, it looked like the defender was out early by about an hour and a half. But it's not going to affect things because Garros has smashed it through. And he has tied the match here. We're locked in the third chukker. Abu Dhabi 7, Ankora 7. This one's popped out nicely for Garros. In fact, it's Santos who's working it forward. Garros now in possession. Inside is the call. He's got Faris there. The two number 2s come together. Use it white is the call, and he has used it. Santos trying to get in on the near side. Al Omran is there, but so too is Martin Ordinas. Huge ride-off coming in there between Ordinas and Santos. And Al Omran backhander has set up Garros, and Garros is going to stick and ball this one down and across the line. And he's got the score. And the whites have really come to life here. This third chukker has all been about Ankora. And they find themselves, well, they were down by 3, and they're now ahead by 1. Still time for another one. Back to the centre. Just less than a minute remaining here until the first bell, and it's the whites who have got it again here in the form of Santos. Ordinas. Abu Dhabi got to stop the rot here and try and score next, surely. All the momentum is white currently. Ordinas with a little turn, backed up here by Stanislao. Thought to punch that forward, but decides to just drag it back and keep possession, and then he opens up. Finds a pass out towards Faris. Faris will go near side. But Faris couldn't get back to the ball without too much angle there, and whistle goes as Santos Iriarte came back in defence. And, well, they seem to have lost their rhythm here completely, Abu Dhabi. Game's been turned on its head here in the third. Spot hit, penalty 5. It's going to be Garros. Sends Al Omran up. Taps it forward. And again. And then goes with a little low pass out towards Khalid. Faris. Al Omran, the two of them over the top of the ball. Avilenya. Oh, and he's mishit that. He's going to have to come through and do it the hard way, and he's been bumped out of the way by Al Omran, who's done a really good job marking in this chukker. And the shot comes in, and this could be another one. Is that close? Oh, really, really close, but wide to the left, and that will be the final action of the third chukker. And what a chukker it was for Ankora. They've really come to life here in the second half, flipped the match on its head, and they go in at the end of the third, ahead by 1. It's Ankora 8, Abu Dhabi 7. Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to images of the Ankora pony lines. And they, well, they seem pretty casual down there. Surely it's time to get back on a horse, isn't it? Because we have the start of the fourth and final chukker beckoning here. There's Santos, the number 4. Working hard. Khalid Al Omran put in a big third chukker, didn't he? A lot of good blocking and huge ride-offs coming in from him, and a great backhander that teed up Garros for the last goal. And Ankora really starting to click in the second half of this match. Can they keep this momentum? It's a knock-in to Abu Dhabi, who need to score next and stop the rot, get themselves back on the scoreboard as soon as possible here in the fourth. Umpire calls play. Tapped in. And then a good, firm, meaty pass downfield. Here comes Faris. Big one is the call, but I don't think you quite get that big one away. He was already in the process of playing a little half swing, and he had Alomran in front of him. That one's been fizzed across the field. Counter-attack coming in here from Ricardo Garros. He's got some tidy ponies, doesn't he? That one's come round the corner like a small dog. Brilliant. Fires it downfield. Back in defence here goes Stanislao. His tail backhander charge down, but it's going to trickle out of play. And possession will go back to Abu Dhabi. Rain starting to come back in here in Abu Dhabi at the Ghantoot Polo and Racing Club. And hopefully we'll be able to get this chukker done and dusted before it gets too nasty. A show and go. And then Kane downfield there by Avilenia. Santos comes back and takes out Martino Dinas. He's working hard off the ball here, Iriarte, and giving Garros all the time and space he needs. And he's that kind of a player, isn't he, Ricardo Garros? He likes to show his skills and work himself through the traffic. And the stick raised there from all sorts of angles from different players, but play continues here, and here comes Stanislao. Counter-attack on here for Abu Dhabi. Faris is flying down the field. Garros may get there on the near side and does. Tail backhander coming in from Haiti Garros. Martin Ordinas waiting for Santos to show his hand, and then he dances back the other way. Iriarte coming through, getting the ride-off in. They want the foul, but play will continue, and it's picked up here by Khalid Alomran. That's a good pick-up here from Khalid, and he's gone beyond the last line of defence. Alomran picks up the bouncing ball. This looks good to me. Can he find the near side? Oh, he's wide to the left. I thought the approach shot was straighter than that, but it was out to the left, and he couldn't quite get it back towards goal, and the chance has gone. Game stays alive here. It's 8-7. Abu Dhabi do not want to concede another one and go 2 down at this stage of the game. The rain's coming in. It'll be tough to score 3. Here comes Murat. Oh, this is really good. He's gone beyond his man. Can he finish it off? He's going all the way. This looks a brilliant goal. He's missed the bouncing ball. It's trickling, and it's been saved. It's been flicked wide of the post there by Sultan Bin Zayed, who came back in defence, didn't fancy the backhander. In fairness, he had the goalpost to contend with as well, and he's conceded the corner. Well, he's conceded the corner, and he's asked the question of Abu Dhabi, because Stanislao Abilenia is going to have to score from 60 here. No angle on it. It's only a couple of yards wide of that right-hand post. That won't be an issue. More of an issue is the weather. It's windy. It's got wind in his face. It's starting to rain. And in those sort of conditions, never easy to get the ball off the ground. Still plenty of time left in the match here for Abu Dhabi, but how Stanislao would love to score this corner and tie the match. Looking for 8-8. It's low, it's straight, it's half stop, but it's gone through the traffic and it's gone under a couple of ponies and it's gone across the line. The goal judge has got his flag raised and waving, and Abu Dhabi, who have conceded quite a few goals to be pegged back by Ankora, have finally got themselves back on the scoreboard, and they've tied the match here in the 4th. It's 8-8. Are we going to be going to extra time? Abu Dhabi have already beaten Ghantoot in extra time, and look at this, the breakaway from the throw-in is this Stanislao Avilenia. Avilenia gone beyond Garros, he's left the ball behind, Faris is there, but Faris took an age to get that goal shot in, and the backhander came in from Santos Iriarte. Avilenia was there, so too was Ordinas, and it's gone wide to the right. Avilenia changes pony. So too does Garros. Oh, and he hadn't called play. Tried to come in and take a quick one. He noticed that one of his opponents was changing. But I'm not sure if the umpire had called play, and he's going to be called back here. Ball will be respotted on the back line. We've got 3 minutes, we've We've got less than 3 minutes until the first bell. We've got 2 minutes and 54 seconds until the hooter. If the game's tied, of course, we will play the 30 and we will go to a fifth. We need a result. Garros taps it back in and then finds a nice, hard, meaty cut shot downfield. Here comes Santos. Iriarty. Now he's told to hit it, and he has hit it, and that's a really good pass from young Santos Iriarty, and Aiti Garros is in here. Garros showing his skills. Oh, he's over the top of it, and Khalid Al-Omran was stick raised, well positioned, as the Stanislao Abilenia came across. And did Abilenia need a near side play here? Well, the pass from Santos was perfect, and Aiti should have finished it off, really. But that's the play there behind. Was that what the umpires have blown? I think it was. It's gone in favour of Ankora. It's a penalty to spot or 30. They're going to take the spot. Murat's in the wrong position. He's been told to get behind the goal. And Garros, who's already walked into 3 penalty twos and scored them all in the first half, has got another one here. And he's inside the 30. Pony comes in trot, but he's got good contact on the ball. It's low, but it's through. And it is Ankora back into a lead here. It's 9-8. Can Abu Dhabi come back again? They were ahead for most of the match. They got pegged back. Ankora took the lead after a really good third chukker, and Abu Dhabi are going to have to come back from a goal behind again, and they haven't got long. There's 2 minutes remaining in the match. Clash of sticks at the front. Faris is there. So too is Garros and Santos. It's Santos Iriarty bringing it forward here for Ankora. Puts the brakes on. Pony leaps a couple of times. Wants to send it. Mishits it and then finds a good contact. That one's going down towards goal. And he's wide right. So, Abilenia flying back here. He knows that time is of the essence. He's got to get on with it. 1:30 left on the clock, and the game will finish. Of course, if the score stays like this, it'll finish in a minute and a half. Backhander coming in from Garros. It's not very convincing. Faris is there. Salman appealing for the foul, but Faris looked good, and he's punched it downfield. Garros back in defence. Little glance over the shoulder, decides to sweep it across and down towards the Ankora pony lines. Garros into the corner, being hunted down here by Faris Al-Yavoudi. Still in control, Ricardo. Good skills, and he's found some space, and Garros has got this one downfield, and he'll have another go at it here. He'll be able to punch this long and get it down, and Abu Dhabi are running out of time. Salman picks it up on the near side, and he's missed it, but by putting the ball over the back line, he's going to have bought his team an extra 20 seconds or so at least. 37 seconds on the clock. Abu Dhabi desperately trying to get on with it. Abilenia. There is time, but it has to count. This drive has to count. Abilenia working it out to the left-hand side and then goes long. Who's on the end of it? Al-Omran back in defence. The ball's gone a country mile down the field, and it's Faris coming in there with Al-Omran, the two of them over the top of it. And as Murat comes across, Santos Iriarty was well positioned in defence. The whistle's gone. And is it the whistle of Ankora's dreams? Because it looks like it's going to be a penalty 5. Spot hit here to the whites. And indeed it is. So it really is quite simple. He can hit it first time, just whack it to the boards. He might want to take a tap, but he is going to take a tap. There's no Abu Dhabi players anywhere near him. And he's going to wind down the clock here. There's the shot out to the side. Santos comes across. And the hooter goes to end the match. A really good contest here between Abu Dhabi and Ankora. And Ankora coming back from the dead and stealing the match here. 9-8. Well, disappointment on the faces of the Abu Dhabi players, which is often the way when you're in control of a game. They were very good in the first half, weren't they? Dominated. But it was that third chukker where Ankora came in with so much momentum. They were clinical in front of goal, and they flipped the game on its head and put Abu Dhabi under pressure. Let's have a look at the chukker by chukker. It's all about that third, wasn't it? 3-1 to Abu Dhabi at the end of the first, 6-4 at half-time. But there's the difference. That third chukker, 4-1 in favour of Ankora, and they came in 8-7 ahead, held on to that advantage, each team scoring a goal in the fourth and final chukker. And in the end, Ankora, 9-8 over Abu Dhabi. So the players going off, that's the Ankora team. Al Omran having a chat there with Ricardo Garros. Good performance from Khalid, especially second half. Third chukker, he was immense, wasn't he, with his blocking, does a lot of work off the ball, and he came up with a lovely little tail back. Smiles all round from Ankora, and well, rightly so, because they weren't clicking in the first half. They weren't playing particularly well. It was all Abu Dhabi, but they came to life in the third and absolutely romped home. Let's have a look at the match stats for this one. Field goals, 4 for Ankora, 3 by Abu Dhabi. Throw-ins, 9-8 in Ankora's favour. Fouls, 8 by Ankora and 9 by Abu Dhabi. Penalties, 5 out of 5 and 5 out of 5, 100% from the spot. No corners and no yellow cards. Or was there a yellow at the beginning of the match to Santos? I think there was in the first play. So that's the end of our transmission here, ladies and gentlemen. Just to let you know that we'll be back for more action here tomorrow, 2:45 Bin Sali and Bin Dry, and the afternoon 4:15 is Sarisa versus Lamar.